Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I know I'm pretty close to the camera, I mean at least I think I kind of am, but my bed is like literally right here and I wanted to do it in front of my bookshelf because I cleaned it, so yeah. Also, what? What? So before starting the video, I just wanted to say, with everything going on right now, I just wanted to leave a bunch of different links in the description box. Please go check them all out. Sign the petitions, donate if you can, and all that type of thing, because this is really important and we need to continue keeping it alive. So please go do that. And also, I'm going to leave a playlist. I'm not sure who made it, but somebody made a Black Booktubers playlist, and I'm going to put that down in the description box too. So we should get into the video now, I guess. Today, we're going to be doing a what I read in May. I wrote them down before because I don't own most of them, and this may be a really annoying one because there's a lot of a specific author and you guys will totally know who. I read 5 of these for a video, so if you have seen that video, then you will know which ones those are. So we should just get into it. I'm going in order of everything that I read this month. So the first book that I read this month is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, and this was one of my favorite books this month. Oh my gosh, I truly enjoyed this book. That's why I bought it. I mostly only buy books after I read them and then I really liked them. Yeah, I got this and then I got the other 2 books in this like box. This is like the box. I don't know why it's turned around, but yeah, I got the other 2 ones too because I love them. I've slightly started The Wicked King, but this I gave 5 stars because I loved it. It was in my video, so if you guys want to get like a more detailed thing on the first 5 books I'm going to talk about, then go watch the video about them. I feel like I'm not good at explaining why I like things. I just really liked Jude. Like, I felt like I related to her a lot. She has like a bit of a temper. That's all I have to say about that. The next book that I read that I actually got in the mail yesterday is An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. I think I said her name right. I loved this book too. I also gave this 5 stars, and I really liked the 2 main characters. When I like the main characters, it makes the book better. I got some reviews and people were saying they like hated the main characters, and I was like, what happens in the series that makes them not likable? Because I haven't started the second one. Also, the cover is so pretty. I just feel like what made me like it so much is that it was a lot different from the other fantasy books that I was reading this month. This book I do not own, and I will own it at some point. Next book that I read is Shadow and Bone, and I'm going to put it on the screen. I really enjoyed this book. I read it so quickly, just like straight through, and I just had a lot of fun with it. I gave it 4 stars because I thought that it wasn't amazing, but all in all, I did enjoy it, and I will totally be continuing it. I'm really excited to read Six of Crows and then the Nikolai duology because, yes. Okay, so this next book, I cannot talk in this video. Like, everything I'm saying is coming out and not making sense. Anyways, the next book that I read Okay, the next book that I read last month is Daughter of Smoke and Bone. So, I just wanted to say this. I hate saying I hated this book. I hated this book. So I felt like I was really harsh talking about this book in the video where I actually like read it and talked about it and stuff. And I feel a little bit bad doing that because I'm like, the author spent so much time on this book, I'm sure. And it's not against the author. Like, it wasn't a bad book. It just was not for me, you know? I just think that, I don't know, it was so weird. And then, as I said in the other video, the like, insta love at first sight thing, like, ew. I hate that so much. There has to be build up if I'm gonna read something with romance in it. There has to be, I don't know, something that makes sense, basically, is what I'm saying. And that didn't make sense to me, and I did not enjoy it. So I gave that 1 star. That may be a little bit excessive, I realize that, but no, I'm done with that book. The next book is Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. I think that's how you say it. Okay, so I was expecting to really like this book. Since I've had like a month to think about it, I would probably give it like 3 now. I don't know. I may change it to 3 because honestly, it wasn't that great. And I think it's been overhyped a little bit, talked about a lot, and I don't know if it lived up to that for me. I don't think it did. Honestly, thinking back to it, like, I have no idea what happened. And that says something. Like, I don't remember what was happening in like the middle chunk of this book. I don't really know what she was doing just at the castle palace. But I thought her powers were cool, I guess. I haven't read a book with lightning powers yet. I don't know if I'll be continuing the series. At some point I probably will, but there are so many books that I'm really excited to get to, so I definitely won't be continuing it like soon. The rest are going to probably annoy so many of you guys. Like, I'm so sorry. So the next book is Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. So I really loved this book. I'm not going to get into detail of every single wait, what? I'm not gonna get into every book that I'm gonna talk about next because they're in the same series. But I thought this book was really good. It wasn't my favorite in the Throne of Glass series. I gave it 5 stars. I thought it was pretty good. Air of Fire is the next one I read. I thought this one was better than Crown of Midnight. Again, not my favorite in the series. But I did give every book that I've read in the series 5 stars. Okay, and then next is Queen of Shadows, my favorite in the series so far. I haven't read Tower of Dawn or Kingdom of Ash, so that may change. And then the next I read is not a book. It's a novella. It was really short though. It was The Lost Sisters and the Cruel Prince trilogy. I read that. It really wasn't necessary. I think I gave it 4 stars or 5 stars. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I got to understand Taryn's motives more, and it made me dislike her even more. Next, I read A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I was so excited to read this book because I've been seeing it for a long time. I had the urge to read it randomly, and so I did, and I loved it so much. I gave all of them 5 stars. I read all of them, but I read only A Court of Thorns and Roses, A Court of Mist and Fury, and A Court of Wings and Embers. I read that, like, novella too. Like, it was just like an extra little bit of a few pages. I read those last month, but I did finish the series this month. We'll talk about A Court of Thorns and Roses really quickly. I don't like Tamlin, and a lot of people loved him before they got to, like, the next book. They did. I don't know why. I thought, as I said in my review on Goodreads, I said that he is a character with a personality of a brick, and I stand by that. I didn't hate him in the first book. I just thought he was really boring, but I know that she did end up with Rhys, and I really like Rhys. So actually I really love Rhys. I love Farah. Honestly, I like Nesta. I don't love her. I like Nesta. Now that I read A Court of Frost and Starlight, I'm excited to see her point of view in the next books to come. I'm very excited for those. And then A Court of Mist and Fury. Talking about that, oh my gosh, it was a ride. It was so fun, and I loved it so much, and I will be rereading it at some point. That was my favorite in the series. I feel like most people can relate. A lot of people really liked that one. Okay, and then the last book, it was the novella, A Court of Wings and Ruin. No, A Court of Wings and Embers. I always get them mixed up. I liked that. It definitely gets you excited for the next books to come. That is it for last month's reading. So that is going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for my new video, and I will see you soon. Comment down below what your favorite May read is, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!